Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Meat City Gaming. JD here with another episode of Battle Bites here in World of Tanks. And if you've seen my previous video and now you're watching this one, you may have a slight feeling of deja vu. I will put an annotation to that video up here. I recommend you watch that one first and then come back. But both battles are a lot of fun. They're both in the Tier 4 Luchs. They're both during the Alamein weekend, where you are, one of the mission branches is to be in a German tank and destroy a number of British tanks. So the first the first mission in the German branch was to destroy one British vehicle while in a German tank. I've now progressed on to the second, which is to destroy 5 British tanks while in a German tank. So we are in the Luchs, which was my vehicle of choice for completing these missions. It's a Tier 4 light German tank, quick, mobile, very capable when it's top tier, and once again we have the dream matchup. We are top tier in a Tier 4 match with a third of the team Tier 4 and everyone else below that. So it's an encounter battle on Murovanka, and I've gone to the east. I've gone away from the cap because I'm quick. I prefer to secure the far flank when I'm in a mobile tank and then come back to the cap circle. If you are in a big, heavy, slow tank, feel free to go right for the cap circle because you may not get there by the time the enemy team is capping, and you may not be able to influence the outcome of the battle. But when you're mobile, you can be a little more selective with where you're going and how you get there. So one thing I noticed quickly is that there is a platoon. The one platoon is a pair of Panzer II, Panzer 1Cs, a Tier 3 German tank that is it's pretty common for seal clubbing experience, and I don't say that in a negative way. It's just a tank that people use to get a lot of kills down at low tiers. There's 2 of them in that tank, and I could see by the tracer, red tracer rounds flying past my tank, that they were firing some premium rounds in those tanks, probably nothing but premium. The Luchs itself could be a seal clubbing tank, nothing wrong with that again, but my loadout is devoid of premium rounds. So we had a nice engagement. We put a couple shots in, had a kill, and then I went full auto on that tank as it crested the ridge right in front of me there. In the previous video, I showcased a lot of trigger control, medium to long range battles where the accuracy of the Luchs, if you just hold down the trigger and let it spray and pray, you're gonna have a lot of misses in your clip. But when it's a close-up shotgun range, you can just let it rip. You can unload all 10 shots in that clip within about a second, and they will hit home and do a devastating amount of damage to a same or lower tiered vehicle. So we've won the eastern flank. There is still a tank over here, but I've got 3 or 4 allies. I need to get over to the cap circle because we're losing that flank, and I don't want to get capped out here. And I feel kind of bad for that engagement right there. That was clearly a new tanker or somebody who was distracted, not paying attention. He was outmatched in tank vehicle and probably did not have a very fun experience there, so I apologize for that. But I am on a mission to destroy some British vehicles in my German tank, and this is where I am to do it. So we did see an artillery over there, but he got taken out quickly. And then the Sexton 1, which is the British version of the premium artillery. Also, the Sexton 2 is the US version, which is much better, much more dangerous. But we're looking for Brits, and so that was a nice spot and kill, and I'll take it. Now we've got a close battle here. The scores are 11-10. The enemy has control of this flank. They're putting pressure on the cap. So I'm going to get over here and try to influence this match and see if I can pull it back for us. We're already on 4 kills. We're having a nice match, and there is a Matilda. And boy, when you're in a Tier 4 match in a Matilda, you're usually going to have a pretty good game as well. The armor on that tank is very strong against same tier and lower tiered opponents. So I'm in a bit of a bind there. I cannot crest this ridge because he will tear me apart. The rapid firing gun on that Matilda will do short work of the Luchs and its low hit points. So I was looking for a shot on that Locust, staying down below the ridge line so that the Matilda didn't have a line of fire at me. And then he progressed down the ridge into that valley, so I was safe to come back up to the top. And then I saw the cruiser across there, and I was able to put just half of my clip into him and remove him from the game. And now, so I'm going for a reload. The one weakness of the Matilda is that it is very slow, so he will not be able to crest this ridge, get over to me, and put pressure on me before I complete my reload. So it's 3-on-3. Again, enemies in the cap. This is going to be a close game. There's a Locust. That's the one I was trying to aim at before. That's a very mobile Tier 3 American premium light tank. So he jumps in the cap circle there with the remaining tanks, and we're going to go on a little attack run here. I've got 4 of my 5 shots, which doubles to 8 rounds, and I come flying over and I see a chance for the Matilda in the flank. I feel like that was the most important target, and it was a British tank, which also helped my mission. So I take him out. The tank destroyer was also eliminated, leaving just the Locust. I'm going for my reload, come back up to crest the hill, but my remaining allies clean up the last enemy, and we get a top gun and the victory. So a great result there in the Luchs. It's really a fun tank when you get a good matchup like we had here. 6 kills for the top gun, 762 damage, first class mastery badge, a couple other medals, ton of hits and damage, 15,000 credits for a really quick 5-minute battle is a great result as well. And you can see accuracy is not this tank strong point, but we still had a pretty good result. Thanks for watching the video. Hope to catch you next time.